113 comments. KP's thing on there has the most likes. Did you see it? So why is the ZR1 still broken? Asking for myself.
Oh, yeah.
It has 43 likes on it.
Yeah, and I saw Anthony's comment about 27 degrees.
Yeah. Dude, like, where's Sean? He's on vacation. A fucking permanent one. Stop fucking asking. He clearly doesn't work here anymore. Like, what the f? When's the Chevelle getting built? I don't know. At some point. I have a whole room full of parts. Is this in your way?
No, I could see your fucking stupid Fortnite.
I wasn't even watching it, actually. When are you putting a hood on your BMW?
Never. Actually,
That's actually a lie.
I know it is. But I like to tell people never.
Well, see, you already commented.
I bought a hood. Yeah, but
Every year, our dailies on the dyno.
Oh, yeah, because his daily is the SS.
But my truck actually...
Yeah, we're not fitting that thing on there.
No, I know.
Dually.
But my truck might make more than his.
Definitely torque.
Definitely torque. I don't know what my truck's rated at.
Probably 500 or something.
I have no idea. 440 and 925.
Yeah, but you probably have more drivetrain loss.
Yeah, so Bill would win that.
Yeah.
Bill would win that. Is there any reason why I don't see many people opting for a short throw shifter? I mean, if they do, we might not just list it.
Yeah, it's not really like a big... I'm not going to... I don't know. We just don't show...
Yeah. It's not a common mod.
It is.
A lot of the factory shifters are really good. Like, C7Z stuff, like, a lot of them are good. There's always better, but, like, a lot of the factory shifters are very nice. Like, I had the stock one in my ZR1 for a long time.
Yeah.
Louis prefers the stock one in his twin turbo car over an MGW. I have an MGW in my ZR1 now.
And the other thing is, it's a simple mod people can do at home. So
yes and
depending on the
no,
car,
depending on their skill level and stuff. But yeah, like C7 dashes suck to take apart.
Agreed. But their shifters are great. Like, I wouldn't change that.
Whatever one was in the car that we just did, I assume it was probably an MGW, was awesome.
The gray one?
The gray one, yeah.
It was
felt
nice.
really nice.
It was nice.
So in your experience at RPM, what is the best stock motor between a C6 and a C7? I obviously know the valve problem with the LS7. What about the LT4 motor? I guess I'm just looking for basic information for a guy that's stepping into the Corvette world.
LS9 and LT4.
There's so many variables to that question. Like, best all-around engine, to keep it simple, I would say probably an LS9. Just because of the bigger blower, et cetera, et cetera. But the LT4 short block is very similar to the LS9, still forged, but it's direct injected and has a small little blower on it. But LS3 is very good too, can hold a bunch of power stock. It all depends. I'm looking into a supercharged sedan for the family, CTSV or SS, and why. You ask Bill that question, he would say SS because he loves his SS. I would say CTSV, depending if you're talking about V2 or V3. V3, hands down over an SS.
I'm saying V2 because of the price of the...
That's what I'm guessing. V2 versus SS because they're similarly priced. I don't know. I mean, that's tough because, like,
I like the
an SS is way newer.
Yeah.
Not way newer, but newer and nicer, like, features and stuff like that because it's newer. And you could put an LSA blower on that, and it'd be badass.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I like Vs. On a C5Z, who cares? Do you mill the heads when doing your heads cam C6 package? And if so, how much? Yes. Don't worry about it. If you buy our heads cam package, we send you all the info that you need to know.
Yeah, it obviously works, so how much it's milled is
Yeah.
really not...
What's the best way to start learning how to tune? Oh, man. You have to understand how an engine works. before you understand tuning. If you don't understand how an engine works, like fully works, don't try and tune it. You'll get lost.
But I think you're more so meaning like schooling, that sort of thing, which you've mentioned before. You went to SAM and stuff, but
I know tons and tons about engines, and I understand what engines needed as far as tuning wise and fueling wise and timing wise. The main thing that I needed to learn was basically the software. You know, it's not about necessarily knowing what it's doing, it's knowing how to tell the ECU what to do is the hardest part of tuning, is learning the software that you're using. Should I bring a check and an extra trailer to bring basically my ZR1 back with me in a few weeks? I mean, sure, if you want to buy it, bring a big check. Is there going to be a C8 build? Yeah, in about 3 years.
Yeah, people keep asking about a car that's not officially
Not even out. We won't be able to tune it for years.
Right.
So, yeah, in about 3 years you'll see C8 stuff.
The other thing is we don't do shop builds. Every build we do in the shop is a customer's car.
Unless it's like my car.
Correct.
But other than that, yeah.
But we're not going to buy one for the shop to do a build. That's not what we... If you buy one, that's different, but...
Yeah.
No, we don't. We're not like an R&D...
What's the story behind 96SS? Basically, as start asking about my Instagram name. Started as a LT1 car, and then now it's waiting a badass driveline.
It still has an engine.
It has an engine in it, yeah. That car is actually not far away from running either, really. I mean, since it's carbureted, it's got a whole fuel system and stuff on it. A rear, it's got 9-inch full suspension, full BMR suspension in it. It's got a badass engine in it. I mean, you can actually even show them the plaque. It's in there. It was in... Someone did a magazine article on it. It made like 720 NA. It's built for a bunch of nitrous, but it just needs a trans and like some wiring and stuff like that. But it's really not that far away from running if I dedicated the time to it.
But it's an F-body and you don't really care that much about it.
Yeah. But I do like that car. That ain't going nowhere. I had that since I was 18, since I was in high school. Favorite car you ever tuned? Most power you've ever seen on your dyno? And how long have you guys and gals each been into cars? Favorite car I ever tuned? I don't know if I necessarily have an answer for that. The most a car has ever made on the dyno is the twin turbo C6. No, that's a lie. Frank Sapinaro's wagon was the most. It made like 1790 or something like that. The most car that we've ever built was the black twin turbo car, made 1555.
It's in our dyno day a couple years ago.
Yep. And then how long have we been in the cars? I mean, I bought my first car, which was my Chevelle, when I was 15. So that's 21 years right there. But obviously in the dirt bikes and all that stuff before that. What happened to Sean? How did you meet Angry Eric? We went to school together. I don't know if he was in high school when I was in high school.
You're older than him, so no. He graduated.
Yeah, but he's what, 32? Yeah. He graduated when?
He was 06, I was 05.
Oh, okay, yeah, then no, we weren't in high school together. But we went to the same school. I knew of him just from car people.
Knew of his Angry Eric.
Yeah. Group thoughts on modifying a car that isn't paid off. Joey Mack can answer that question. That's a catch-22. I mean, all of my cars are paid off, but Zeus is snoring in the background. Yeah. Oh, it's a rough day, huh?
Seriously.
All of my cars are paid off, but I don't have a problem modifying cars that aren't paid off. I mean, it's a little different story if like you owe 30 grand or something on a car and you do like a $40,000 build to it and don't have the money to pay off a car. Whatever. I mean, I don't care. It's none of my business. So,
as a financial standpoint,
yeah,
it depends on your interest rate too.
Yeah, if I was a financial advisor, I would say you're an idiot, but
unless you're paying
I'm not.
Unless you're paying 0% on a car, Like if you're paying a 0% 60 month on a car,
Correct.
have fun.
Like when GM had the 0%,
Yeah.
you're dumb to not buy a car then.
Yeah, and
I
you're dumb
wish
to,
I could buy something for 0%.
and you're dumb to pay cash for it too.
Yes, you are dumb. Yes.
Because you can make more money on your money
Yeah.
than 0%,
Fact.
or even under 3%, really. So
Not a question. Just want to pay my respects. I'm a Ford guy, but you guys do badass shit. I follow the channel religiously. Keep up badass work. Thanks, buddy. What's your favorite racing event you've ever been to? Man, World Cup is pretty hard to beat.
This
I
year
mean,
especially.
if you've never been to that race, it's pretty hard to explain, but it's just a very, very fun race. All types of different cars and people from everywhere, and it's all brought into one as like a racing community. So it's very, very fun. When will we see the Kong 2650 on a ZR1? We have a car coming in for a full build, stock short block full build. I think January something. It's coming in. Car from Michigan or something.
So soon. A lot of the comments on the YouTube too are, do you plan to put one on your Z1?
I guess we'll find out.
Okay.
Would you guys work on an F-body? No. I don't even need to read the rest. The answer is no. Stock ZL1 or Whipple 17 Camaro SS.
ZL1.
ZL1. No questions asked. Like not even remotely compare.
There's more to the ZL1 than just a blower that makes it a good car.
Yeah, I mean it's just not even that's not even a question. When is Fran going to tune Steve's BMW? Never.
I answered that one.
I can see that.
Well, because we've talked about it.
What do you want for Christmas? $2 million.
I was going to go higher than that.
I mean, I'll take two. If you could only pick one power adder for the rest of your life, what would you pick?
Turbo.
I'm a blower guy, though, man. Like, everything I have is a blower on it. The only turbo car that I've ever owned, besides like KP's car or whatever, was my line when it was turboed, like, back in, like, 2009 or 10. Had a single turbo kit on it. It was still a street car at then. It was my race car. So it went 850 at 165. I think there's a video on our YouTube channel of it.
Might be.
Yeah. I'd have to say blower.
But what kind?
I mean, it'd be a Pro Charger. I mean, there's... Come on now.
There's another question on there that I wanted you to answer, but even though we've answered it before, was why do customers of yours do blowers more than turbos? And I know it's mainly budget.
Yeah, budget and availability. I mean, there's not a ton of nice bolt-on turbo kits that are as budget friendly as blowers on a lot of cars. I mean, you know, Huron Speed, like they did the kit on KP's car, and that's not even for a C6. It's like a C5 kit modified. It's not far off. It works. It's fine. But they also make a nice 6th gen kit that they sent us that I want to put on a car. I'm real curious on that, on a 6th gen, deal, whatever. But there's not a ton of nice options, and to do a turbo kit right versus a blower,
It's almost twice.
yeah, I don't want to say it's double the price, but it's at least probably 1.5 times the price.
I agree.
Depending if you're doing single turbo or twin turbo or whatever, but there's a lot more things that go into a turbo kit than a blower. Changing a pulley is $100 versus a nice boost controller's $500-$600 or more, and
Multiple wastegates.
yeah, there's
valves.
2 turbos or whatever. Like there's a lot more that goes into it. It's just more stuff.
Oil scavenging to the turbo.
Yeah, I mean it depends if you get into it. on a stock car, because on a stock car, if you go right to a turbo kit, it's not really too much more expensive, because with a blower, you're going to need headers, the blower, all that stuff. So it adds up. I mean, a lot of things, people start with air intake, headers, bolt-ons and stuff like that, and then they want to go to next step. And the next step, 90% of the time, they don't want to sell the headers that they just put on there, so they do a blower or something like that. And
Agreed. That's a good point.
would you guys be willing to race street cars in Corpus Christi? Yeah, I'll drive 27 hours, and I'll see you tomorrow. What kind of boost do you run on a stock bottom NC7 LT1 with a Pro Charger setup? 6 to 8 pounds is what I feel safe with. Why do you run meth on so many Flex and E85 cars?
That's the same thing.
Because it's great. What's the same thing?
Well,
Flex, you only need.
yeah.
I mean, because meth is great.
Cooler ITs, more timing.
Yeah, I mean, it's just meth is just there's very, very, very few
Downside.
cons of a meth kit.
Yeah.
Who's having the biggest fat kid Thanksgiving? What's everyone's favorite dish? I mean, I assume we'll just have this person interrupt our thing. Spam bullshit.
My favorite thing is the leftovers, to be honest with you. I love sandwiches like the next few days after Thanksgiving.
See, no, I'm not really into that, but
No?
I don't know. I just like normal turkey stuffing and mashed potatoes. My mom, she's a great cook. I got one. Is nitrous less stressful on a car than boost is?
Yeah, I saw this about Cody's.
Example, how the heck is Cody's engine holding up with a stock bottom end? Nitrous on a C6Z versus supercharged on a C6Z.
A lot of it.
There's no... Yeah, it's all literally in the tune. I mean, anything will knock bearings out of it if it's detonating. You know, like people always ask about Cody's oil pressure. Like, look, I'll pull up a data log from Cody's pass last week at the track. Where are we at? Here's his 889 pass. I mean, this thing. The car's not running there. Idle, it's got 47 pounds of oil pressure. And down the track during the run, I mean, it's got 72 pounds, 83 pounds. But, I mean, it doesn't get any knock. Like, very little bit, 0.4 degrees on this pass, you know. But
18 degrees of timing, I mean, that's it.
yeah, I mean, 17 and a half degrees, you know, up top at the end of the track. But you don't let things detonate and beat up the bearings. I mean, people don't understand how bad detonation kills something. Like, you're detonating, it's basically exploding inside the cylinder when the piston is still coming up. So all that force from the explosion has to go somewhere, and the softest part in that food chain is the bearing. I mean, so that's how bearings get beat up. All that force is just beaten down on top of the bearing, and eventually the bearing gets up and...
Well, I think also nitrous gets a bad name because one, movies and dumb
Well,
stuff.
and because retards are just like, oh, let's put 200 shot in it and not change anything, and just like Cody's car, we had full MS-109 in the tank, and we have C16 in the nitrous tank. And I pulled some timing and stuff out of it, and it's safe. I don't want to blow that motor up. Like, he's putting that motor in his 68 Camaro. And essentially, if you think about it, it's a full running long block LS7. It's a $11,000 engine. Like, one mistake, and that $11,000 is thrown in the trash. I'm not going to be the guy to do that.
Half the time, customers want you to do more, and you won't. Like,
all the time.
Joey, Louie.
Tell you, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Nope.
Because
it don't matter what happens to a car. If the car blows up, it's the tune's fault. It's the tuner's fault.
Yeah.
No matter what. They could have ran out of fuel, leaned it out, and blew it up. It's my fault.
Yep. And then guess who's got to fix it? Guess who's got to put us back in the shop and put us back on other cars.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys plan on having any giveaways? Hint, hint, maybe something like a dyno tune. No. We don't give anything away.
Get us to like 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll like give some...
I mean, if like Delmarva gave us like free electric, I would maybe give somebody free something else. But unfortunately,
the employees to pay for.
Doesn't work that way. Yep.
Yeah.
How much power can a stock L7 block take before it turns into a bomb? Depends if you're asking the block itself or short block. Short block, I mean, Cody's car is done pretty well. I mean, his car's only made like 770 or something, but it runs very, very well at the track. As far as block itself, like we've done them with rods and pistons or crank rods and pistons, stock sleeves and everything in the block. And we've made over 1,000 multiple times.
If you mean stock bottom end, we usually on our blower setups 5-6 pounds, usually around the 800 mark. We don't go above that.
Yep.
Depends on fuel, depends on boost, depends on tune. I mean, there's too many factors.
Best bang for the buck to upgrade a rear end on a 15 Camaro SS. As far as, I'm not sure what he's asking, like gears or something? Or like a 9-inch. I mean,
It's not a bang for the
there's
buck.
not really a bang for the buck. I mean, you put gears in it. Doesn't a 1LE have 373s or something in it anyway?
Yeah, I would do 391s or something in those.
Yeah. Oh, man, no, they do. That's what they have. They have 391s.
Well, it's just perfect.
Yeah, which is what you want. So I mean, unless you want to do a 9-inch, which it's not the cheapest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Turbo or Pro Charged for a stick street car, no budget.
No budget turbo.
Yeah, turbo's fun because of the so many different levels of like adjustability. Like you can drive around on 500 horsepower, you can drive around on 1,000 horsepower. But in hindsight to that, my old street car, I had Pro Charger and I had a wastegate on it. And so it would run, on 16 pounds, I could click a switch, and then it's on 26 pounds. A lot of people don't advise that for Pro Charger stuff, but I ran it like that for years, and I never had a single issue. So it goes hand in hand. And I mean, the car ran awesome all the way around. Will Steve's gold BMW ever make it on Fran's dyno? Your BMW's gold now?
Apparently it's gold. It's blue.
Why does this is Rob? Why does Fran suck at Fortnite? I'm just not good.
You play enough, you should be fucking good.
I mean, I'm not bad, but I'm not good. I'm not bad, but I'm not good.
Okay.
What's your favorite ice cream at Dairy Queen?
I don't really go to Dairy.
Butterfinger Blizzard. How will my stock C6 Grand Sport trans and diff hold up with a V3 supercharger? I don't know what kind of transmission, whether you have an auto or a manual in your car, but...
Wait, say that again? What was it?
How will my stock C6 Grand Sport trans and diff hold up with a V3 supercharger? I assume he's talking about a Vortec V3T or whatever, V3 SI. I mean, we'll hold up fine. What kind of horsepower is Fran shooting for on his ZR1 build after the rebuild, and what are his plans for it?
You said 950 boost only before.
That was the day before Greg showed us his blower, yeah. Yeah. And it's funny, like people think that might think that we knew about that blower I had zero idea about that until the day he called me. Like he called me the night before we put the blower on Joey's car. Yeah. And he didn't even tell me physically what it was. I kind of figured it out. So by the time he told me, asked us if we wanted to test it, it was less than 24 hours later that it was on Joey's car and on the dyno. How much power can a C7Z make on stock internals and fuel system while being reliable? Stock internals, we've made 1120.
Yeah.
But stock fuel is where the issue is going to be. Stock low side, 7 something. But then you can do our low side and make more, but then the stock cam is a limiting factor because that's what, I don't know if
fuel load and stuff.
People understand how a direct injection engine works. There's a low side fuel pressure which feeds into the high side. The high side fuel pump is driven off the back of the cam. There's a cam lobe, literally like a lifter that pumps it up and down. It's a mechanical pump. and that's what pumps the high side pressure into the direct injection. So when you make big power on this, you need to put a different cam in it to put a bigger fuel lobe on it to pump more and put more fuel. So that's it. Compare and contrast the Kong new LSA and 4-liter Whipple, pros and cons.
One doesn't fit under the hood and the other does.
Yeah, it's not even that. I don't know if it's just like a rotor pack or something in a Whipple. Like, granted, a 4-liter Whipple, it should be able to make significantly more power than like a 2650, but I don't think it does. You know, maybe it's someone's just not turning it as hard or whatever, but yeah, it also doesn't fit directly where an LSA does. You can't put a 4-liter Whipple on a CTSV and throw in a stock hood and stock lid and all that stuff. So there's a lot of different things that go into that.
I think a closer comparison would be the Maggie 2300 versus 2650.
Yes, exactly. The Maggie Heartbeat versus the 2650. That's a better comparison because they both bolt on and fit under the hood and stuff like that. And I think that the Heartbeat could make some power, but I just don't think it's designed like Greg's blower is designed in mine. Greg designed his for all-out power for what someone that has a maxed-out LSA wants to go to a next step. That's fairly simple. And it's designed well, and it works well. The Heartbeat, I don't believe, is designed for that. And that's about it. I think the most we've ever made on a Heartbeat is like on my old CTSV. It made like 910 or 915.
Yep.
And my setup was very, very similar to Joey's. High compression 416. LS9 heads. It was a manual car. Yeah. LS9 heads. It made similar to Joey's. I think mine made 830 or 840 boost only. And then we did a Maggie. I sold it, and the guy that I sold it to did the Maggie. And we made like 915.
Something like that.
And it was on like maybe 2 more pounds of boost. But, you know, I don't know. It's just not designed for that. 2650 all day.
That brings me my kind of question people keep asking on YouTube and Instagram is they want to keep seeing comparisons of the 2650 on a stock LSA.
Yeah.
And it's just not what it's meant for.
No, it's not what it's meant for.
I mean,
you will never see that because we will never put it on a stock car. It's simple as that. And other people are asking about same boost levels, and it's just we're not going to do that either. Like the pulley difference between the size, but to run the same boost on a car, like, and it's funny, we actually did it wrong in the video of Joey's car. Joey's car had a 238 on it, which I didn't find out until 2 days later. I forgot. Had a 238 pulley on it, and then we put a 3-inch with the 2650, and it made 6 more pounds. Yeah. Like, significant difference in pulley. So in order to get the same amount of boost, it would be literally like an inch bigger pulley to bring the boost down to that, and it doesn't matter. That's not what the blower is designed for. It's just,
if you want to buy it and put it on yours and do that for free, that's not what it was designed for.
Yeah, no. We are in the business to make more power.
Yeah, reliably and go faster.
Yeah, so I'm not interested in what a 2650 will do at 12 pounds of boost. I mean, it's just not.
We can make that same power on a stock LSA blower.
Yeah, it's just
not spend the money for that.
Yeah, it's just not it. And that was about it for the questions.
Okay, sounds good.
Good.
Job. Also, we have a special pre-order on our new hoodie and t-shirt design. So, there's that.
Order them.
Check it out.
It's got my cars on it.
And KP's.
Zeus is on it too.
No, he's not. Although that wouldn't be a bad fun shirt.